Hi friends, welcome to the channel Learning R is Fun. In our last video, we have seen the ggplot2 in great detail. We have seen the various aspects of how to create the plot and then how to add layers, and then we have seen various gems. We have also seen faceting and theme. In this video, we will see some problems and then how to solve the problems and how to visualize. We'll start with the problem. The problem is about the Gapminder data. So let us understand what is Gapminder. So we'll go to the website basically. Gapminder is an organization, and Hans Rosling, this gentleman here, has dramatized, you can say, the understanding of the public data. So basically the public data such as life expectancy over the years, on income per person or GDP, etc. This kind of data over the years is shown that this data can be visualized in a fantastic way, and by filtering the various aspects such as the country or the year, or by changing x and y axis parameters, one can visualize the data in a dramatic fashion. Basically, you can see how the income, when it is varying, and life expectancy, how it varies over the years. So it starts from the 19th century and then right up to the present day. The years are shown in the background, and you can see individually each country. We can see this is India alone. How India has progressed, you can see just looking at that over the years, how the life expectancy has improved. So we can see which countries have been performing, how they were performing, etc. This kind of a dramatic visualization is possible in a simple bubble chart with certain animation, and this has been done in a TED talk by Hans Rosling, who has aroused the interest in the public data across the world. And then he has made a foundation, and the Gapminder foundation basically collects all public data, and R is providing this Gapminder public data and in the Gapminder package. So in that package, the data is available across the countries for various years, life expectancy versus GDP per capita. Now the problem is about computing average life expectancy for each continent, averaging over countries and years. That is, you must take the years since 1990 only and show values in the dot plot. Similarly, for India only you have to show in a bar chart, and then overall life expectancy, how it has improved over the years across the world. So these are the problem statements. Now we can see how to solve this. Let's start by loading library pacman, and then pload function underscore load. With that we will load tidyverse, Gapminder and plotly. The three packages. Plotly is a package, basically is going to help us in some visualization better. Now we'll do the filtering. Gapminder data we'll have to filter. So first let us look at the Gapminder data in the console. Gapminder. So this is the data. Let's see what is it. So we are getting country wise, continent wise, and then within each continent, country, and then year, life expectancy, population, and then GDP per capita. We have got these two as factors, country and continent, remaining as integer and double. Okay. Now what we'll do, from this data, Gapminder will filter by year, that is greater than 1990 as given the problem, and pipe it further to group. While grouping, we'll group the data into continent first, then country, then year. Then we'll summarize them for mean of life expectancy, each country wise, and then that will be available in the name LE. Okay. And now let's do this. We'll save the data in gdata, and let's see what is gdata. Gapminder is having 1694 rows. Okay, more rows rather. 1694, that 1704 rows into 6 columns. Now that has been reduced to 568 with the 4 variables. So what is G data? Here we have got continent, country, year and life expectancy. And here we have got country, continent, correct, year, then life expectancy, then population and GDP per capita we have dropped. Okay. So let's look at this group by summarize we have given, and G data we have got. While summarizing, based on this only we have done, therefore these 2 columns have been dropped. Now we will create a plot object. Plot object, that is, we will create a plot, but we will keep that into a object first. By doing that, we need not repeat this code again and again. In the last session, we have done this repeating of the code again and again while adding layers, just for you to get the hang of this entire code. But now it's not necessary. So G data will pipe it to ggplot, in which aesthetics will give X is continent and Y is LE. So this LE is what we get in the G data. You can see here, this is LE, and that's what we will be seeing now. So X is this, Y is this, and geom dot plot. In dot plot, we have got certain arguments. One is bin axis and another stack direction. Both we will understand shortly. So first we will create the plot object. So created the plot object G, and plot object is stored by way of a list. Okay. Now that we can visualize the plot G. So we have got this dot plot here. We can maximize this. Now we got the plots, but they are all overlapping. For each continent, we have got set of values. So now what we'll do, we'll adjust the bin width. The bin width is now exceeding. I will reduce it to 1.2. I have done some trial and error and I could see some better results. We can also do it. So with 1.2, I am getting a fairly decent plot. But again here, I have used the direction up here. Previously the direction was center, but now I have given a direction up. That means from here onwards, upwards. This y axis is the bin axis, and stack direction is up, and stack bin width is 1.2. We can reduce it and then we can see that this overlapping may not take place. We can also do one more thing. There is a stack ratio and dot size. By adjusting this, we can reduce the dot size, therefore we will be able to see them better. And we can also give a color. For fill list, we can give yellow, green. Bin width also have handled to 2. Let's see how this looks like, how this appears. This appears even good. So again we have retained the center approach, and then we have given yellow, green. Now the stack direction up I have already done already, so we need not do this statement again. Here stack direction also, this up we have done. Similarly you can do down also, but we will go for this. Here will each group, that is Africa, Americas, Asia, each group will change the color by adding fill is equal to continent in the aesthetics. In the ggplot aesthetics we can give this, so that these colors will be automatically changing. So let us look at G. So for each we have got a different color. Africa, Americas, Asia, and we have got this legend here nicely. But then when you are looking at this, you are not able to see which dot is representing which country, right? And adding legend to each dot is going to be a difficult affair. So we will use Plotly for this and use the tooltip of the Plotly. So for which what we should do is, within the aesthetics we have to say text, and text, that is tooltip text, what should be shown. We'll show the country and year. We'll show the country and year. And then we'll have a geom point. Previously we had geom dot plot, but now we'll have a geom point. And we'll see how the plot pans out. Now we'll see G. Now we have got a dot plot, point plot, where the individual dots are showing for different data. Now that can be seen using ggplot2. How? This G object will pass it to the ggplot2 function of the plotly package, and then that will store in figure, and then we will see what is figure. You can see the advantage in doing this. Now the figure has been drawn. Now if you look at this, we are able to see the country. Country is Reunion and year is 2007. Now with this you can see many aspects very clear. So here Rwanda is the lowest life expectancy, and that is 23.599. We have got one more data for Rwanda, that is for 1997. This is for year 1992 and this is for 1997. So it has become 36. So within the span of 5 years, they could improve the life expectancy here. Maybe some civil war has reduced, the calamities and then mass killings have been reduced. So life expectancy figures have improved. Let's see this highest one, that is Japan. 2007, the Japan's life expectancy is 82.6. The next value is also for 2002. So we are able to see all these tooltips very nicely. Individual charts are nicely seen. So we have plotted the life expectancy over the continents for individual countries. Now we will filter the data for India only. So first we will filter for year greater than 1990, and then as usual we will do the grouping. Then we will do again filter. Here we will do country is India. Okay, we could have done this here also, but I have done by next layer. Now we are able to see the data is India and continent is Asia. I don't want this continent column. So here what we'll do next, Gapminder, same thing, filter here, group by continent, country and year, and filter is country is India. Now what I am going to do, summarize LE, mean of life expectancy. That I am going to give to ggplot. So in ggplot I will say X is year and Y is LE, and then fill is by LE. And then this ggplot I am going to add a geom, that is column, that is bar plot. Basically when you want values to indicate height of the bars to indicate the values, then you have to use geom call. So we'll do this. So we have got for the year 1990, we got the figure around 60 plus, you can say, and here in 2009, you can say during this period we got this. So there is a upward tendency towards life expectancy in India. Okay. Now for the whole world, we'll do a dot plot. Basically, Gapminder filter group by year. Here we'll do the grouping only by year, and then summarize them for LE. And then ggplot will do. And here what we'll do, the x-axis is the year, factor of year, and y is LE. And we'll add a geom plot. Geom plot will say bin axis is y and dot size is 0.4. So these things you can say vary and then see the results. So I have done the averaging. Now what you can see from this is, on a whole, in the whole world, when you have taken the average of the life expectancy, it was close to 65 or 64 point something, 64.2, I would say, for the whole world. And now in 2007, it has come to 67 point something. We have seen the dot plot. Let us also do a bar plot. Gapminder, group by year, summarize the same thing. And ggplot is AES, X is year, Y is LE, and fill is year. That is, each bar should have a different color, we can say, and we will use geom call. So now we got gradient colors, and this trend what we have seen in the dot plot, that is here, 64 plus, and then went on up to 67 in 2007. The same thing you can see here, somewhere this area, it is above 60, 97, and then from here it keeps on increasing. And the trend is from, you can say, way back in the 1950s. So it's a encouraging trend that health sector is improving. Now we'll take up another problem, and that problem is which is threatening this life expectancy, that is COVID. That we'll do in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye from me.